No, God damn it. Probably won't. We can share this one. It's fine.
Okay.
Hello, friends.
Hi, friends.
My name is Eric. And I'm the host of Talking Space People. And I'm moving microphones. All right, so I decided to live stream again because we went on our errand. We got our guitar string that I needed to pick up. Came back here. We watched a couple of things. It's going well.
It is going well.
It's been a very productive day. I completed my thing that I went online and I told the DMV about how I lost my driver's license and need to get a new one. Entered all the information and everything,
It was all online, right?
I still have to go into the DMV.
Oh.
I'm not sure why, except it didn't seem to indicate like there's a problem you need to go to the DMV. It's like, okay, well, you've completed all this. Next step is to go to the DMV.
They want you to take a picture and like pick it up.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I bet they want.
They didn't really say why they wanted to go. They just
It might be a new picture. Yeah, they probably have a new. When they made me come in New York, it was because there was a new style of license, so I had to go in. Usually, you could just like fill out a thing, mail it in, and you got a new one. But it sounds like they're making you get a new one.
Well, I need a beverage.
Me too, please.
It's streaming first. What would you like?
Can I have the citrus one?
Sure.
Thanks. Hey, what's up, Dem Plates? What's up, Winston's mom? Yeah. He did lose it, like, I think last week sometime. Unfortunately, we weren't able to trace back to it, so it's lost, and he had to filled out stuff, and I don't know what the rules with COVID is for going to the DMV. Like, it sounds like it's open, but I don't know what the rules and regulations will be. And I guess we'll see. But I don't know about. I would assume I don't know how it's gonna look. Actually, now the DMV. Now that most people stay home. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, we didn't watch a movie today. We watched a movie yesterday, and
we watched a couple little YouTube videos today.
Yeah, we were YouTube watching today. We were laughing at some stuff from Adult Swim. Hey, Morridge. I do have a license. Up them plates. I do.
Well, this is Mom. I lost it sometime after getting into the weed store. The bottle of weed before this one, which was Monday.
Yeah.
And then we went back to the weed store. I asked them if I had left my ID there. I had not. So I looked all in the car. I did some laundry this morning and looked through my pant pockets, and I don't know. I just can't find it. I liked the
Oh,
Jesus thing
yeah.
we watched. That was
Oh,
funny.
that was
That was
funny.
weird.
It's funny.
Makes me want to look up what would happen if you breathed in a bunch of argon gas.
Yeah, me too. Argon. They found his cough.
Really quite well written. The whole thing.
Yes.
Argon's inert
Oh my
and non-poisonous, but argon can kill you if it replaces too much air. It helps me to get some of these jokes.
That's why they.
Oh, you can really feel it in your lungs. Yeah, we lived in the side panel area. I didn't really look all around the. I took it down because the sound was messed up. I fucked it up. Like when I recorded it, I thought I switched it to the right audio channel, but I must not have, I guess, or I don't know, something went wrong. I only had my audio, not their audio.
You're my audio.
Now you want me to spoil this time?
I do want to know, actually.
That kid last night?
Yeah.
INTJ.
I thought he might be.
Like the only even theoretical possibilities by the end he could be would have been maybe an ENTJ, but he had too good ass, I think. Maybe not ENTJ. Pretty textbook. Yeah, these are a godsend is what they are.
They really are so great. I love Uncrustables.
They rescue you when you're hungry. You don't want candy or snack exactly, but you don't want to make anything, including having to microwave for 5 seconds.
You don't have to.
This is like it couldn't get any more convenient than this.
Yeah, it is. And it's so soft. Like the bread, I really like it, you know? It's got a nice like texture of bread to it. It really is a delicious pocket of peanut butter and jelly. And it is filling. I had 2 before. I know I'm going to be good for a little bit. I'll probably have some chips, but like that's how I would eat at home a lot, you know, like in New York when I lived there. I would have like snack stuff because I didn't really make stuff for myself too often. I got this
We also watched Too Many Cooks.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny. Just when I thought it was gonna end too, it just kept on going.
Too many cooks.
So funny.
The whole point of these, Winston's mom, is the lack of need to do anything like that. I'm fortunate to live in this era, so to speak. It's like if I were living in an era where feeding myself was more labor intensive, I'd really have problems, you know.
No, they make it real nice for people now to live. Mm-hmm. they really do. Winston's mom, do you have and actually this is open to anyone who's on the live chat right now. Instagram? Because if you do, I'll follow you and like your pictures.
I don't necessarily want to talk grammar, but I don't necessarily not want to talk grammar. What I will say about it is, I'm learning a lot about. I always have, but with just working with Chloe, I'm learning a lot about ISTPs.
It's a struggle.
It's a struggle, is right.
And it's from an outside view, it's a struggle for both of them. Like I can tell that like she wants to, but she just can't come up with the words. You do, Morridge? What's your tag? I'll add you. Do you add back? Okay, cool. Thanks, Winston's mom.
My head is full of marshmallows.
Okay, more 11. Cool. Thanks, guys. I like adding friends.
Yesterday, Rachel and I listened to some Billy Joel songs, and I was quite surprised, or not surprised, but I was quite stuck in my head-ish with one of those songs earlier. He's got some really good songs, and he's got some pretty bad songs, and he's got an interesting aesthetic. It's like I don't quite know what to make about his general aesthetic. Of course, if you write good enough songs, it transcends aesthetic, as some of his do for sure. But when I'm talking about his sort of just general style, it's not really a style that I vibe with, I guess you could say. What's the matter with the clothes I'm wearing? Can't you tell that they're out of style? Oh, hey, look, it's Cloud again, and he's got on Mike Jones' smile. Oh, you can't stand it.
Aimed after average team. How about
yeah, it's good stuff. Rachel played me this song called Scenes in an Italian restaurant.
Scenes from an Italian restaurant.
Scenes from an Italian restaurant, and I think the I think the middle part is the part that I like, but I'm not really sure what happens before or after the middle part because I didn't really listen to those parts because it's a very long song. But the part in between the bookends, wow,
it's good.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
I was just like, this is great.
He says it's one of his favorites, so it's a good song. The intro and the outro are incredibly long and have really nothing to do with the rest of the song. It really doesn't. It's basically just a dude who goes to dinner and you can have a bottle of red or a bottle of white, and he tells you about the story about a couple who he knew in high school who got married and then got divorced. Winston's mom, I wanted to... You bring up the Oxford comma, which is funny because this band that I like, Vampire Weekend, actually has a song called Oxford comma, and the lyric says, "Who gives a fuck about the Oxford comma?" Yeah.
How do I feel about it? Well, Winston's mom, I would say the same thing I told somebody the other day. Punctuation is distinct from spelling, is distinct from grammar, is distinct from diction. So punctuation is not grammar. And I'm not a punctuation teacher or particularly interested in punctuation because it just isn't very interesting. You can learn everything about it. You need to know in a day or whatever.
Sean Ryan Baron, I love that song too. And that album is a great album. Vampire Weekend, first. I think it's the first or the second album. I like them.
When are we going to see footage of your black friends? My black friends? They don't want to see you. They said, "Fuck no, we're not gonna go see this douchebag you're talking about." I'm sure he's not really that bad, guys. He sounds like a complete asswipe. That's what they said. So anyway, I'm just relaying the message to you.
See, I'm gonna try and find the lyrics for Oxford Comma. Gives a fuck about the Oxford Comma. I did. Take your classes. It's no good.
Sounds like a pretty good song when you sing it right there. Sounds like it might be interesting. I will say more about Billy Joel right now. I'm gonna say he's a pretty good piano player. That Billy Joel, but not. He's pretty old now too. He looks like kind of chubby-ish. He kind of got chubby, I guess you'd say.
He definitely got chubby. He eats well. Probably in an Italian restaurant.
He looks kind of like a very unassuming uncle at your family gathering. You know, he's didn't seem to have a lot of his attempted but never really fully realized cool guy shtick thing. You know.
Yeah. So, yeah, the first line in the song is, "Who gives a fuck about an Oxford comma? I've seen those English dramas too. They're cruel. So if there's any other way to spell the word, it's fine with me. With me. Why would you speak to me that way? Especially when I always said that I haven't got the words dripping, Why would you lie about how much coal you have? Why would you lie about something dumb like that? Why would you lie about anything at all?" Oh, really? Sharon Byron? I thank you. I'm glad that I can't wait to hear it.
Sean Ryan Barron, you're making me piano jealous. I have a piano here, and I've been kicking myself the last few days. My dad's been out of town. I was like, I really need to take advantage of this piano. My dad's out of town. He can't hear anything, but he just, he doesn't want me playing the piano. Right? He is,
Ooh, cool, Sean Baron.
American Impressionism. Like, for example, Copland. Is that an example of an American Impressionist composer? Am I right? I won tickets to a Billy Joel and Elton John concert. Oh,
yeah, they did tour together.
It's like, here's a chocolate cake with a turd on it. I hate Elton John. He's terrible. I would much rather see Liberace than Elton John. Same shtick, Liberace, pioneered it, and also he was a really good piano player. People don't think about that.
Liberace?
When people talk about Liberace, they don't think of him being a really good piano player, but he was actually a really slamming piano player.
Yeah, he was. My grandma used to talk about him as a piano player and as an openly gay man.
Mort, I don't think he does have a ton of catchy tunes. Name a couple of them. Maybe one or two. Well, plates. The four metaphysical functions are Ni, Ne, Ti, NFE. The four physical functions are Se, Si, Te, and Fi. So what I'm saying is, if you look at the dual relationship, let's say an alpha quadra, between INTP and ESFJ, you're going to note that they both have metaphysical functions at the top of their stack and in the fourth slot, because judging functions are on the same side of the metaphysical physical divide. Perceiving functions are always on opposite sides of the metaphysical physical divide, because that's what's responsible for 3-1 mechanics of everybody. Everybody has 3 of one and 1 of the other. Like, in other words, your front stack has 3 metaphysical and 1 physical somewhere in it, or 3 physical and 1 metaphysical. There are no 2 2s. So the reason why FE DOMs and TI DOMs make sense as a match, in part, is because they both are complementing each other in terms of the 2 halves of the metaphysical communication package, FETI. If I try to apply this duality, systematic duality, to myself, well, I'll end up with an ISFJ. And ISFJs, their dominant function is SI. That's the physical function. My dominant function is NE. That's the metaphysical function. And then their fourth function is NE. That's the metaphysical function. And my fourth function is SI. That's the physical function. Now, in contrast, Rachel and I both go metaphysical, 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 physical.
Yep.
And I can tell you, we were talking about it earlier. In fact, I was sort of not really saying a whole lot of interesting things about it, but nevertheless, mentioning that it's really, I mean, it is really nice to be with Rachel. It's just, it's great. You know, yeah, we don't bust each other's chops, and it's great.
We have good communication.
It's so comfortable being it's so comfortable being with you in any given moment. I so rarely feel anything catching, you know. It's like in a relationship that doesn't work, it seems like every bit of your relationship clothes is always catching on stuff. You know, another problem, and we don't have it. I mean, it's like we're the opposite. Instead of, you know, the inevitable friction of 2 people in 2 close quarters causing at least some problems more than the 2 people independent from each other, it's the opposite.
That is the opposite. I like, you know, being with you and being able to be involved in your life so much, but it seems it's so like regular for me. Like, it doesn't.
I mean, that's the key thing is I've been peacefully in this relationship now for a good couple of weeks without thinking about it at all, which is the ideal. You want to be peacefully, happily in a relationship, and so much so that as a man, you can forget about thinking about the relationship for a while. And not only does it not cause any problems, it just seems like, oh, well, we don't have to. See, I've been trained over the years to think that the chick's always thinking I need to work on the relationship. It's like, I got like 13. No, how long was I with Candace for? Yeah, I guess I was with her about 11, 12 years.
Some time.
Yeah, I got really accustomed to like being improved by her all the time. Like, remember, we're working on that. Like, I don't want to work on stuff.
Neither do I, honestly. And that's kind of how I felt relationships were too. Truthfully, I would leave relationships when I was like, nah, this shit's just not going. Now that I know that I typed correctly and I understand my cognitive function stack more and why I would get gut feelings about things, thank God, Because as I got older, really started to kick in, especially after I met an ENTP who like would stick up for herself. Like, so I started to trust my gut more often, and I realized that like I didn't like that whole okay, well, the next level is meeting the cousins. Like, really?
Did you ever go through that?
Yeah.
Who would do that to you?
The next step was
For whom? Or who was this? ICP?
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, word. First step was friends.
What's crazy, I don't feel jealousy at all either. That's the weird thing, because Rachel and I are so comfortably together and so clearly on the same page about things. What I used to have in previous relationships, which was, I don't want to hear about you and other guys and stuff. I don't know, I don't feel anything. It doesn't hurt me.
I forgot his name, so that says something. Right. I mean,
Chris.
yeah, Chris.
Hi, philosophical thinker.
Hey, PT.
What about INTP and ISFJ or ENFJ and INFP? Well, in my opinion, INTP should be with ESFJ. ISFJ should be with ESTP. Mm-hmm. ENFJ should be with ISTP. And INFP should be with ESTJ, I guess. I guess so. I do too. ESTJ.
Yeah. That's not definitive, but I think so. Thank you, Sean Ryan host Eric and Rachel. I do feel you two are finding a good sense of stasis. It is. Eric, it's definitely a catalyst for me getting on the right medication, and that's made a whole difference in my life. Someone actually listened, was on my side, and it means a lot. And it's made a whole world of a difference, too, for both of us. Oh, my God. His skin is so soft.
Okay, so Octavia Silva chimes in. Wait, are we talking compatibility? ISFP soulmate is INTJ.
Do you? Have you decided that? INTJ and ISFP?
INTJ should be alone with their books and imagining romance instead of living it. Well, his mom, the whole reason to eventually get into another relationship is so that you don't have to think about romance anymore. Now, I'm still very romantic, right?
Yeah, you pick me flowers.
I'm not trying to be romantic, though.
No, you're just doing.
I don't like when there's some sort of, okay, now I'm expecting some romance. I don't romance on demand.
No, he does not. And when he does, but that's the kind that I like. I want it to be genuine.
Yeah, I was just thinking of the previous one that pissed me off.
Good. I like it when you get it out.
Horace Mumbler's a true romantic. I don't doubt he is.
I don't doubt he is either. That's why INTP and ESFJ do go very well together.
I will say this: he did not try to romance me. I appreciate that.
See, I'm a little offended. I'm like, how did he not?
Well, I guess it's really not fair to say that somebody took you to the Mini-Time Museum of Miniatures and to concurrently claim they didn't romance you. It's a little unfair.
Yeah.
On my part. So my bad. INTP and ESFJ play Nowhere Do You Want to Eat every day?
Octavia Silva, I'm jealous about your strong TE.
But
actually,
Sean Ryan, do you choose to use a blue heart because it's more masculine? I'm curious.
It's funny.
Do you think about it? I gotta use blue heart, otherwise people will think I'm a little. I'm just too girly seeming.
Yeah, yeah.
They already know about my homosexuality, so I don't want to encourage them to think I'm more girly than necessary.
I think it's true what Ferry 4G just says. INTP and ESFJ play. No, where do you want to eat every day? I could totally see that.
And we don't ever play that because the reason is this. As far as I can tell, mostly neither of us have a preference. We want, or if we do, it's always the same thing, and we want McDonald's. Talking about being on the same page, right? It's like sometimes we end up in the past. This is how when we weren't as smooth sailing, we would end up at Jody's Shit Shack for lunch because both of us were trying to not admit that we really wanted McDonald's and try to accommodate the other person.
Yep.
And neither of us wanted to be. Neither of us wanted anything. We both wanted McDonald's. You know.
Yeah, it's so. I grew up on McDonald's, so I'm a McDonald's girl for sure.
What is the best match for ISTP? I'm of the mindset that it is, in fact, ENFJ.
I agree.
I think ENFJ are the only people who can handle them, frankly.
Yes, I agree. I think ISTP ENFJ is a really good match. Good to see you, Lauren Nicole.
Because here's the thing. ISTPs can really kind of be dicks, you know? And if there's one type of person who is very hard to hurt by being a dick to them, it's ENFJs. Because they don't remember, and they're doing it on FE frame anyway, like, okay, I know when you're lashing at me, you're really hurting yourself more than me. It's what's going on in their head, you know?
Yeah.
They're not being like, oh, the fuck you will. You know,
exactly. Because it's true. What he's saying is right. I also think ICP tends to be into like martial arts and like my uncle was like a Boy Scout and he like was a craftsman. And I feel like that boho, like, oh, you can fix up my house. I think ENFJs do really well with a man like that.
Well, I know this is not a romantic couple, but I did trip out watching Parker and Colin interact. Colin was an ISTP and Parker was an ENFJ, and this seems to have some sort of weird, like, hybrid FETI thing going on. Like, you know, Parker wasn't his normal FE self around Colin. He was more restrained a little bit. And Colin came out of his shell some, you know?
So, wow.
So I guess that's kind of the stereotypical historical explanation of duality is providing the fourth for the other one.
Yeah.
I don't think, well, we don't do that, but.
No, but we're good.
Yeah. That's why duality is not the end all of heaven or whatever.
It's not. It's really not. There needs to be work done on the socionics compatibilities because the dual is not perfect for everyone. Rachel, I found out my numerology numbers. I am an 8, a 7, intuitive, 0 debit karma, 0 karmic lesson. Oh, I have 11s and 9s, and my numbers line up with cognitive functions and planets. Interesting. My life path is 4, and Eric's is 22. INFP, we were saying ESTJ.
Yeah, I think so. But to be perfectly honest, I don't mean to depress any INFPs out there. But as far as I can tell, it's pretty rare for an INFP to get into a relationship and to be and stay happy in it. Yeah, I really feel part of the reason I feel so safe and confident in this relationship with Rachel is neither of us is going to ever make that mistake. Neither of us is ever going to be so immersed in both our authentic feelings of the moment and our ideational possibilities about everything that we're going to be dissatisfied for no reason. But INFPs, from my perspective anyway, are famously dissatisfied for no reason. And FI Polar's got no patience for that. You want to complain? Here's my butthole. Complaining to my butthole.
Yeah, Winston's mom, it's master number. It does have special meaning. He is a master builder. They say Master Builder 22 should be president. Literally. It says it.
Jeffrey G. I don't think that people are claiming that numerology is non-arbitrary in the sense that I don't think anybody's claiming to explain the mechanics by which you can treat it as a physical system or some sort. But maybe you're right. Maybe people are. Yeah, being polyamorous. You're just fucking your way around town. That's all that means.
I knew an INFP, the one who lied about her age. She, after our friendship, towards the end of our friendship, she had gone from being lesbian to straight, then to pansexual, last time I heard. So I was like, you just have feelings for everyone then, huh? It gets you.
Basically, it means I like to have my filthy body parts touched by people.
Yeah.
That's what it means.
But sometimes the ENFJs can get like that too.
Well, it's FI, dude. I mean, it's like, my FI is never going to be so strong. I'm going to feel like, oh, gosh, I wish I could go with this girl over here. I guess if you're FI tool or something, you feel those things. Who knows?
The only way that I feel about that is towards Kitty Meow.
Oh, yes, Kitty Meow deserves it, though.
Look at her pea spot.
It means I'm joking. Joe is almost stereotypical NFJ. Joe who?
Joe Mama?
I would say Joe Cochran.
By the way, hi Octavio Silva. I feel like I didn't properly greet you. Can I go stalk her for a little bit?
Do you think? I mean, my take on it is not that INFPs are super concerned what people think about them. I don't think that's the case. I think that they are super concerned about their feelings. The problem with feelings is they're temporary, unreliable, usually wrong, and a bunch of other unfortunate things about them. I don't know what else. I don't have a lot of depth of understanding of them. I get that, but I certainly can see how debilitating they can be sometimes when I am having FI problems. I'm not immune to the moistness streaming down from my eyes. Yeah, girl, honey, child, woman. All right, all night. Hey, child, hey, girl, woman. All the time, in the nighttime, all night long. Hey, girl, child, woman, child, baby, child, woman, girl. Thank you, Sean Murray Baron. don't know if you guys have heard about the new challenge thing they're doing, the new social media challenge. It's called the How Much Is That Doggy in the Window challenge. And people are having a marathon session of playing How Much Is That Doggy in the Window. Apparently some people play for like 12 hours straight. How much is that doggy in the window? How many dollars will it cost? How much is that doggy in the window? You know how I feel about that. All right. Oh, I'm missing a string. That's right. Forgot. I guess I haven't replaced the string yet. I'll play with that string. I need that string. Who needs that string? String is like the dumbest string on the whole guitar. I want to play. I would like to play Misty. And then I want to play. Oh, that's right. Sweet Talking Guy. I'll play Sweet Talking Guy and Misty. Sweet Talking Guy is a really well put together song. It's crazily well put together. Walk my way, and 1,000 violins begin to play. Or it might be the sound of your hello, the music I hear. I get misty the moment you're near. Can't you see that you're leading me on? But it's just what I want you to do. Look at me. I'm as helpless as a kitten up a tree. And I feel like I'm clinging to a cloud I can't understand. I get misty just holding your hand. I don't want to play Misty, I decided. It's not enthusing me. I like to be enthused. What I do want to be enthused by is Sweet Talking Guy. If you want to enthuse me, just introduce me to a sweet talking guy. Here we go. You guys are in for a real treat this time. I'm not gonna just throw garbage at you like I did last time. The last song. This time, really. Sweet talking guy, talking sweet kind of lies. Don't you believe in him? If you do, he'll make you cry. He'll send you flowers and paint the town with another girl. He's a sweet talking guy, but he's my kind of guy. Sweet and sugar, kisses like wine. You let him under your skin, 'cause you'll never win. Oh, give him money today, tomorrow is on his way. He's a sweet talking guy, my kind of guy. Why do I love him like I do? Stay away from him, stay away from him, name is lying. No, you know you'll never win, no, you'll never win, end up crying. Don't give him love today, tomorrow he's on his way. Sweet talking guy, my kind of guy. Well, I didn't play that very well either. It's just not my day. I'm going to stop trying to play a song. I'm just going to bare my soul to you. A song for him. Not a song, just bare my soul to you. When my heart is filled with moisture, when my tarts are filled with oysters, when my cards have to be returned back to the car rental depot. On those occasions when it's time to see what's keeping up, what's keeping you and me, when you're trying to make it up now, one string short, but that's not a problem anyhow. When I'm tired, I can't do a very good job, unless I'm tireder than old Job was tired after cleaning up all that salt. No, that was lost, I'm afraid you've forgotten yourself. Lord has a lot that isn't thine. Lord has a lot in Salem's wine, and I think that he's got a lot, except his wife's made of salt. But I like Job, he's alright. He greeted me the other night when we were both in a dangerous neighborhood. I said, let's get out of here, man. He said, I'm right behind you, man, and I want to get in that van and drive away. He said it's dangerous here. I can't forget my beer, which I left in the tavern by the west side of town. Wow, Eric, that's amazing. You did such a great job with that. Shut up, Eric. I know you're being sarcastic. Well, what you get? That's what you get. You get. You're full of creamery nougat. That's what I'm just so sick of. So, how much more creamery nougat can you shove down your chokehold? Wow, that's a lot more. I'm surprised. Okay. This one goes out to all the creamery nougats out there in the world. If you're into creamery nougat, I'm into you. If you're into me, you're into creamery nougat. It works both ways. If Jesus was people but absent of sin, he must then have struggled for regular men and women, of course, when they were present. The disciples all airily, why in the lesson? And Lord Jesus, they know as they think, and everyone's word would be true. Feelings once spoken, said where they sang, and just what to do. People aren't Jesus once they're betrayed. Easy believing is forever is lost. Naive, not to be saved. Wise pay a terrible cost. Does virtue require a rational take, or is virtue that's reasoned invariably fake? Musing itself distract from the flow, or care better sense when deliberate and slow. Resistance that's there betrayed. Easy believing forever is not. Living naivete is not to be saved, but the wise pay a terrible cost. The wise pay a terrible cost. No one can find you. Never met the line. No one unshaken, we all have been shook, but being forsaken don't mean you're took. And though in the past we've been hung out to dry, disciples will find them, we're willing to try. People aren't Jesus once they've betrayed. The easy believing forever is lost. Living naive, not to be saved. The wise pay a terrible cost. Not to be saved. The wise pay a terrible cost. I wish I had a high E string. It kind of throws me off. It's weird to be thrown off by missing a high E string, but it's like I reach for a G and I'm like, where's the? It wasn't when I get this thing really polished down exactly what it's supposed to be and sound like. I think I'm going to be very pleased with it. I think it's a good song. That's like going to play it again so I can get a little more person. If Jesus was people but absent of sin, he must then have struggled with regular men. Women, of course, too, when they were present. Disciples warily eyeing the lesson. If people were Jesus, they'd know as they think, and everyone's work would be true. And feelings once spoken would settle and sink, and we'd all know just what to do. People aren't Jesus once they're betrayed. Easy believing it is lost. Maybe naivete is not to be saved, but the wise pay a terrible cost. Virtue require a rational take, or is reason that's virtue invariably fake? Itself just distracts from the flow, or is care better served by deliberate and slow? People aren't Jesus once they're betrayed. The easy believing forever is lost. Maybe naivete not to be saved, but the wise pay a terrible cost. There's no one shook while being forsaken. Don't mean you're forsook. And though in the past we've been hung out to dry, we'll find them at last if we're willing to try. But people aren't Jesus once they're betrayed. The easy believing forever is lost. Maybe naivete is not to be saved, but the wise pay a terrible cost. Yeah, the wise pay a terrible cost. The wise pay a terrible cost. Cost. Oh, I'm a little spent at the moment. I'm all out of gas. Like I feel kind of tore up from the floor up. Not in a terrible way. I kind of like the feeling too. But what are you gonna do? It's always that goddamn Easter egg, Could you invent a folk song about folks who watch their agape weatherman and his ritual in the morning on their front porch of wisdom on the corner of cheese? That's a little bit of a convoluted song, I think. I have songs about elements in those, anyways. Okay, all right. The last thing I ate that was real was a leftover hamburger this morning. We were gonna go to McDonald's. I forgot. Just stopped by there. I did get new guitar strings though. I should eat something. How long has this been going? Hour. I think I'll wrap it up. I'm feeling I need to reset, and renew, revigor. I'm not gonna watch The Hobbit. I don't. I'm happy with the ones we watched. I don't need to watch more of those. We might watch a movie tonight, but I don't think it would be one of those. Yeah, I'll make some dinner tonight. Maybe I'm going to cook up a pound of bacon. That sounds kind of breakfasty. I can't believe it's 6 o'clock already. How did it get to be 6 o'clock already? Where has the time gone? Yeah, all right. I'm gonna take off. Thanks for being here, everybody. I will talk to you soon. The second one was your favorite. I mean, second or third, it's a toss-up for me. It's like second and third of those because the second one was more of a nail biter. The third one is more of a tearjerker. Lars and the Real Girl. Making a movie must be very difficult, but quite an undertaking if you think about it. They've got all of those. No, I wasn't talking about the Hobbit story. They're talking about the Two Towers. Two Towers versus King's Return. Return of the King, I mean. Get away, fly. Get away. Lars and the Real Girl. Huh.
What are you looking up?
Somebody recommended this movie.
Oh, it's a strange one. I've seen it.
Okay. Yeah, it's really tough to pick between Two Towers and Return of the King. It's which one's better. It is really difficult. Like I said, it's a toss up.
Good.
I genuinely don't think more highly of either one over the other. I like them both so much.
I liked all three, to be honest with you. I thought it's a good trilogy.
Now, I think 2 and 3 are better than 1, but it may be because I've seen 1 multiple times before.
Yeah, so it has less of a fact.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna end the stream and begin the dream. Talk to you later.